Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. Cindy here from CLB Craft Creations with another card project for you in our 2016 holiday card series. This one is using the Hang Your Stockings stamp set as well as the coordinating framelits. We're actually going to be cutting out the smallest of the stocking, and we're also going to be cutting out the Noel. So I've already done the stockings, but I'm going to do the Noel on camera. So let's go ahead and get started. Get these out of the way and make sure I've got all my stuff. Our card base is going to be a piece of crumb cake, which is cut at 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We have 2 pieces of Whisper White, which are cut at 4 by 5 1/4. One piece is for the interior, and then the exterior piece actually has some embossing on it, and I'm not sure if you can actually see that. And really what you want to do is you just want to kind of find a pattern that you like. You could do it every 1/4 of an inch. You could do it every 1/2 inch. What I did is I actually cut my piece down and I started from the right side on my scoreboard, and I went 1/8 of an inch in and I did 2 scores. And then I moved over 3 marks. And then I did 2 more score marks. And that kind of gave me the look of like wainscoting or wainscoting. I'm not quite sure how you actually say that. So it's really up to you what kind of design that you want to put on there. That was just something that I thought made it look like, oh, kind of like a paneled wall, if you will. So that is that piece there. And then I have a piece of the this designer series paper will be on the sorry about that, I had it right here, Warmth and Cheer. So that's a 2-inch by 4-inch square. And then we have some cherry cobbler for the stockings, and another piece of Whisper White for the stockings, and then a piece of crumb cake for our Noel. So I'm going to actually go ahead and bring in my big shot, and we'll get the Noel taken care of. So if you can see that. Okay, I'm going to get my magnetic cutting pad. I'm going to get one of my cutting plates. Let's see if we can get you in the camera here. Sorry about all that noise. Okay, and then I've got my piece of crumb cake, and then my Noel. And then I'll put my other cutting plate on top and just run it through. And I've got my die brush. Just gonna kind of push that out. I love that die brush. Without that die brush, I'd be lost. Okay, so I'm going to get my big shot out of the way. We are done with the Noel. Put that away. And then we have all of our pieces pretty much ready to go. All right, now, the only piece of stamping that we're doing is, actually, I didn't even get the stamp out. It's the sentiment from that set. And it's the Wishing You a Season Filled with Love and Happiness. And I'm going to stamp that in cherry cobbler. Let's get that on a block. Stick that up. And then I'm going to stamp that right up here towards the top. Okay, so that'll go on the inside. Let me zoom you back in so you can see. Okay, so that's going to get put on the inside. We'll get our fast fuse there, and I'm just going to layer that on the inside. Okay, so now that is done. Now we can go ahead and layer our other pieces. So this piece of Whisper White, just going to go ahead and adhesive on that. I'm going to put that on my card front. Okay, now I'm going to line this up on my piece of Designer Series paper, just so I can trim down the edges because it's a little long. So I'm just going to line that up with the edge and cut off the excess on both sides. So that's done. And I'm going to go ahead and add my my piece of Designer Series paper. And that's just going to go flush to the top, and it should go side to side. Okay. All right, now I'm going to use a 2-way glue pen for my Noel. But you could use, if you had a silicone mat, you could certainly use any of your regular adhesives to attach this. And the silicone mat basically will catch any of the extra adhesive so that you don't have any adhesive where you don't want it. Now I'm going to just put this right at the edge of my Designer Series paper, and then my Whisper White layer. Put that down so it's kind of like a mantle. Now I'm going to bring in my little die cut stockings, and again I already die cut these. It's with the smallest of the stockings, and I just have a 1/2 inch strip of Whisper White, which I'm going to use to put at the top here. And I really just want to add a little strip of adhesive at the top of each of these, because that's all the white that I'm going to put on there. It's just that strip of adhesive. So I'm going to take my Whisper White and I'm just going to line it up with the edge, and then I'm going to cut off the excess top to bottom. And then I'm just going to repeat that for the other two. And I'm just using the amount of the glue to give me an idea of how much of the white I wanted on there. So I'm just kind of lining that up when I put it on. Okay, and then we'll do this last one. Okay, now just going to take a dimensional, and I'm going to put a dimensional on the back of each of these. Now, something that's really cute, we actually made this card in one of my classes, and one of my students actually wrote the names of the person that she wanted to give this card to, and it just so happened to be that there were only three family members in this family, so she put each of their names on the stockings, which I thought was really, really cute and a really cute idea. So that's something that you can do to personalize it, and you certainly could make this card so that you could put additional stockings on there. So if you had a family of 5 like I do, you could alter this card so that maybe you're putting them, you know, either closer or you know, I mean, there's certainly plenty of possibilities to get additional stockings on there. So I'm just going to put one dimensional on the back of each of these stockings, and I'm going to start with the center one first. Get this little tab off of there. So, and I want it to hang at an angle, like it would be hanging from, and I'm just going to kind of eyeball that. it's hard to judge perfectly when you're hanging them at an angle. Oops, that dropped on me. But you really just want to focus on getting them all pretty much lined up in the same place and then separated or spaced apart as evenly as possible. So then we'll put this guy over here. And that's a little too low. And so I did not press down on those so that I had the ability to still move them around. Okay, so I like that one there, and this guy needs to come up just a little bit. Again, because I'm kind of treating that brown, that crumb cake piece as the mantle where you would hang your stockings. And that looks pretty good to me, so I'm just going to go ahead and push that down. And there you go. There is another quick, clean and simple card for you in our holiday card series. So I hope that you liked today's project. If you did, give it a thumbs up so that I know that you liked it. Leave me a comment and subscribe to my channel. And I will be back with another card project for you in the very near future. I'll see you in the next one.